Hey, it's Jonathan Segal, and this is Piano and Musicality Lessons with me, Jonathan Segal, episode number 9. Number 9? Number 9? That's a little Beatles joke for you people who know the Beatles really well. Okay, so don't forget there's a PDF attached for this lesson. You will need it, so go to the PDF link under the video right now, catch the PDF. We're going to work on reading music, counting rhythms, taking a melody and improvising with it. And we're going to start with a song that you know very, very well. Yankee Doodle. Why am I using Yankee Doodle? Lots of reasons. A really simple melody. It's a diatonic melody. That just means it's in the scale. In this case, what key are we in? We're in the key of G major. We're in 4/4. And I have put 4 measures per system. And I've also put the chord symbols only on the first system. If you'll notice, the left hand never changes. It's always the same 4 bars. It's the right hand that changes. So let's take a look, shall we? All right. Here is the first one. And for all you theory people, G major, D7, G major, D7, G major, C, D major, G. So look, G is the 1 chord, D7 is the 5 chord, and C is the 4 chord. So you get a 1 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord. The song is hundreds of years old. It came through Europe. I looked at Wikipedia, and apparently it goes back centuries in Europe. And words were rewritten, and the British used it to make fun of the colonials during the American Revolution, and the Americans adopted it and made it their own. So, how do I count this? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 Okay, now we're going to get interesting and have more fun with it. So when you improvise, you can either go this way, you could go this way, you could repeat a note, you could put in a rest, or various other things. But your main choices in improvisation are go right, go left, repeat a note, or put in a rest. So if you look at the second system, that's where I've taken the Yankee Doodle melody and changed the rhythm just a bit. Those 2 bars, once you have a 16th note, you might not want to think 1 and 2. Don't think 8th notes anymore. You can after the first beat, but if you really want to be specific, you think 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. You divide 16ths into 4. Now in conservatories, they often teach 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, but I don't like that. It's hard to say 1 E, 2 E, 3. It's a good tongue twister. But in jazz, you're much more likely to hear 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. So I like even straight 8th notes, straight 16ths rather, 1 and a 2 and a 3. It's just easier to say. So that's how I do it. If you want to be clinical, you could say 1 E and 2. I can't say it. I can't stand it. So here's how I count the second system. 1 and a 2 and, or you go 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. I'll do it again. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2, 3 and 4. Or if you want to go 1 and a 2, you could go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. You don't have to say the stuff out loud, but you don't need to feel it. Sounds like this. Okay, there are infinite ways to change the melody here. So now I'm going to get a little fancy. Look at the third system. Don't let it scare you. If you have a device you can zoom in, you can make it bigger. I could have written it 2 measures per system. I went with 4. Left hand, good old left hand. Measure 9, third system. 1, 2, Good. Hasn't changed. Whoops. Okay. Now, here's where we get interesting. 1 and 2. I'm going to clap it for you. 1 and let's see. 1 ba ba ba. That's first bar. Ba 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 ba. Second bar, bar 10. Tricky. You got 4/16ths, and the third one is a rest. Da ga da da ga. So these either keep going. Da ga da ga da da ga da da. Second bar on the third system. Ba 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 da ga da 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 da. Third bar. Ba ba da ba bya da ba. I've got a grace note. So I say bya. Without the grace note, be ba ba da ba 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 ba. And I'm going ba ba da ba bya da ba ba. Last bar. Da ga da ga da ga da ga da da. Sounds like conical where you do Indian counting. Sounds a little bit like that. So I'm going to clap out and just scat sing the rhythm for that whole system. 1, 2, 3, 4. Duck 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 yada duck 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 duck. See if I can play. I'll slow it down. Good. Next bar. Little chromaticism. So I took a diatonic melody and I approached it chromaticism right here. It's a jazz thing. So this sounds like halfway between Yankee Doodle and jazz. Now, last one I've done. Looks even crazier. I've got some double stops. We call that on the violin. This is thirds, they're chords. So if I play you that first bar slowly, boom. You know, we start out with, and now have, it's still a variation on Yankee Doodle. So here's what I've got. That's cool. That's instead of, I have chromaticism again. Interesting intervals. I'm going almost chromatic. Oh, I'm so talented. So I'm going to clap it and scat it. Last two bars again. So if I was going to perform this, well, I guess I just did, I would write in fingering. I could use my Apple Pencil, but I don't like to do that. But if you have it on paper, you know, however you want to do it, put in fingering that works for you. Fingering really matters. Classical music, jazz, any kind of music. You got 10 fingers to play all the music in the universe, or the chromatic universe, which is what the piano is. Now I'm going to start messing around with it even more. I'm still going to look at the left hand. I started with, let's say. Interesting, but I messed up some of the chords. The reason I quoted Yankee Doodle on the third bar is because I'd gone so far off it, you might not know what it was. And I want you to know I'm doing variations on Yankee Doodle. This isn't so different than classical composers. Mozart writing, taking Twinkle Twinkle and go. Something like that. So he took Twinkle Twinkle, which already existed, and he wrote, I think, 13 variations. So that's what you're doing in jazz. You're decorating a melody maybe to the point where you don't recognize the melody, or maybe where you're just decorating. Now I'm using jazz eighth notes instead of 1 and 2. I'm thinking 1 and 2, 1. Let's say that's really 16th note, jazz 16th. Drummer's going, and I get something like this. So I let you see all the warts and mistakes I just made. But that's part of the fun of improvising. Get on stage and you're going to hit some wrong notes. The more I'll do this, the better I'll get at it. You get the idea. So sit down with this, make up variations. First, learn the first system really well. And try your own decorations. This is Jonathan Segal for Piano and Musicality Lessons, and this is episode number 9. If you like it, subscribe, share. Let's all have a great day.